Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Welcome back to North Central Weather Center. In today's video, the fall temperatures have finally arrived across the north central United States, and they'll stick around. We'll walk you through the long-term pattern with the temperatures and the precipitation in today's forecast. As always, make sure to press the thumbs up button down below if you do enjoy today's video, and also hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, as we do cover the north central United States on this channel with the weather forecast. Looking here at today, we have that trough deepening across the Great Lakes. That's going to continue to bring our reinforcing shot of fall temperatures across portions of the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes, and eventually into the Ohio Valley as we go through today and into midweek. And by the time we get to late week on Thursday, that trough will be interacting with the eastern Great Lakes and the northeast to the east of our viewing area, and we'll start to see some building heights across portions of the Dakotas, Minnesota, and Wisconsin later on this week. Looking at temperatures, these are your high temperatures this afternoon for Tuesday, September 12th. Highs will be held down into the 50s and 60s up across portions of the northernmost regions in our viewing area across North Dakota, getting into the Arrowhead there of Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, the UP of Michigan, and northern lower Michigan as well. Some remnant cloud cover and some precipitation up here can hold temperatures down as we go through the day today. Not a lot of precipitation and nothing like that, but definitely just enough to keep those temperatures nice and cool. We will be seeing more seasonable temperatures from the Ohio Valley back west through the Illinois Valley, the Missouri Ozarks, and the Central Plains. Temperatures there will be from the upper 60s to the mid 70s. Beautiful weather this afternoon across those areas. As we go into your Wednesday, we start to see that trough begin its transition further east. We're still going to see the remnants of that. Temperatures held down into the 60s, maybe some cooler weather to start Wednesday morning, possibly some patchy frost up here into northern Wisconsin and the UP of Michigan, maybe even into the Arrowhead of Minnesota. We'll have to keep an eye on for Wednesday. Not widespread by any means, but something to keep an eye on. Temperatures may start off into the mid 30s here in those areas Wednesday morning. We'll move right back up into the 60s during the afternoon, and building heights to the west will mean temperatures back into the low 80s for our areas here into South Dakota, getting in toward North Dakota. And then by the time we get into Thursday, more seasonable temperatures as we have building heights across portions of the north central states. We'll see highs around 80 degrees there in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 79 to near 80 in Des Moines, 80 degrees or 79 in that ballpark there in Omaha, and up to around 75 in the Rapid City, South Dakota area on Thursday. Looking at precipitation chances through the next few days, this takes us through Friday, September 15th, through the end of the work week. Total rainfall accumulation here, the remnants of that trough could bring a quarter to maybe half an inch of rain to our easternmost areas across Michigan, down into the Ohio Valley and portions of southern Missouri, but that's really not going to amount to much here, and we're not expecting any severe weather. Otherwise, we're pretty dry across the rest of our viewing area across the north central United States through the rest of the work week. And by the time we get to the weekend, any weekend plans out there, it looks absolutely beautiful outdoors as we go into this weekend. Building heights on Saturday, building heights on Sunday, maybe a little bit of a trough trying to develop over here into the eastern Great Lakes by Sunday, but that is definitely going to be a welcome sight. Look at these temperatures, folks, as we go into Saturday. Widespread 60s and 70s across the board, low 80s. Can't complain here across the north central states. That carries over into Sunday, although we will start to warm up across our areas here in the Great Plains from the Dakotas, Nebraska down to Kansas and into western Missouri into the middle 80s, but we're still hanging on here to that trough across the northeast, which will reinforce some of the cooler air into our eastern areas. Across the Midwest, the Ohio Valley, and the Great Lakes, temperatures will be in the 60s and 70s for highs as we go into this upcoming Sunday. Absolutely beautiful fall weather here for this weekend. And with the cherry on top, look at Saturday. Very dry, high pressure is in control. So not only will we have beautiful temperatures, we're going to have beautiful weather overall with dry skies here on Saturday, dry skies as we go into Sunday. So take the dog for a walk, go outdoors, enjoy the nice crisp fall weather as we go through the weekend. Absolutely beautiful out there. And looking long range through the third week in September, September 19th through the 25th, we will be above average across the entire north central United States States vicinity here. Remember, this is September, so we're not talking about extreme heat with above normal temperatures, but it is going to be warmer than normal largely from that September 19th through the 25th time frame from normal. So whatever normal is for your area, expect above that for the most part as we go through that third week in September. And unfortunately, we're still seeing some dry weather. We may start to see a bump up in precipitation toward the end of a period here towards the third week in September from the 19th through the 25th, with slightly above average precipitation across South Dakota, getting down into Nebraska, Kansas, and western Iowa. We'll keep an eye on that as another storm system tries to move in across the Great Plains, but largely dry across the Great Lakes in the Ohio Valley and parts of the Midwest as we go through that time frame, which will actually worsen some of the drought conditions. We're not seeing too much drought across the Ohio Valley. It's really widespread with the moderate, severe, and extreme drought across portions of the upper Midwest, down into portions of the mid-Missouri Valley and the Central Plains. And unfortunately, some of these areas will miss out on more of the rainfall into the third week in September. So hopefully we can get some rain out there, but right now it's not looking good, and we're seeing some drought continuing to expand and intensify over the next week or two. Well, remember, as always, make sure to press the like button down below if you like today's weather forecast, as well as subscribe to the channel down below. I will continue to keep you updated on this channel with your weather forecast across the north central United States. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope everybody has a great rest of their Tuesday out there.